watching footy fantasy. It is sure say the thing will reach your football needs. Banter from rivalries, he sure you go receive. From EPL to Champions League, your eyes go see. It's footy fantasy. Yeah, watching footy fantasy. Footy fantasy. It is sure say the thing go meet your football need. Your football need. Banter from rivalries, he sure you go receive. Sure you go receive. From EPL to Champions League, your eyes go see. Your eyes go see. It's footy fantasy. Footy fantasy.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Footy Fantasy Podcast. With me this week, I have Funsho and Ahiz. Funsho is an Arsenal fan. Ahiz is cosplaying Chelsea fan today, but is also an Arsenal fan. I've been sandwiched with two Arsenal fans. So don't let that jersey deceive you. He's no blue. He's one of those gunners for life people that run around the internet disturbing all of us.
I'll be one go change the jersey. I said no. If I change, I'll say, this guy is somebody else. But I said no. I can go on with it. No shaking.
No problem. No, I can understand the non-Chelsea fan wearing Chelsea jerseys because all the Chelsea fans are hiding right now. I mean, today they shouldn't be hiding, but
today's a big day.
Today's a good day for them because there was supposed to be a Chelsea fan here where he signed out before the result. I'm sure if that result had happened yesterday, he wouldn't have signed out. He would have postponed.
He not believe that I go win. Now I'm quite not sure.
So he'll
be the first one here today.
Exactly. But before we dive in, viewers, please remember to subscribe. We are on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. On YouTube and Facebook, we are Footy Fantasy. That's FOOTIE Fantasy. And then on Twitter is a bit different. It's Footy AD, A for Alpha, D for Dog Fantasy. Footy AD Fantasy. Please remember to subscribe, like, leave comments. And as usual, if you drop live comments, we will be taking them as we go. So before we even dive in, I was talking about what we just I was just talking about. Someone had dropped a comment about he's here saying, "Wait, he's don't become Chelsea fan."
I talk on before.
Yeah, they deceived them already before the show even started.
I'm telling you.
Yeah,
but it's the truth. I even have sports. As I hate sports, Rich, I get their jersey too.
How now?
It's beautiful. Me, once I go shop, sometimes my wife go say, see this jersey, fine. No, you can't just be wearing just Arsenal. Still, it doesn't matter. It's not a do or die thing, So just wait. I say, okay, buy them now. She buy and come,
When I was younger, I bought.
Gone are those days when I nearly killed my younger brother because of football. Because in a Mayu fan, me na as my fan. Those days don't pass. Nothing now.
The day can pass, but Arsenal and Spurs should never be on the same place.
Nothing can make me wear another EPL team's jersey. I have a Venezia jersey. I have Ajax jersey. I've bought Roma jersey before. I bought Inter jersey before. But I would never buy the jersey of another EPL team.
Yeah, I'll never do.
Can't wear it.
Imagine. In an event that I have another jersey somewhere that I want to buy, I'll buy it for someone. Give to somebody on the team and stuff. They can wear it. Or sometimes we just hang it in the backdrop for the videos we make for the camera.
Right.
You would never see me wear it either.
I wait to make videos.
Okay,
so I watched this one because I talked about Chelsea today. So after the video, I was in bed. I slept up. Ayo just buzzed me and my phone vibrate. I just woke up. I said, "Oh, it's time. That's why I came in with the jersey.
Yeah, you're the reason why we started late because we had to wait for you a little bit today.
Sorry.
That's okay. That's all right. We didn't miss the deadline. That's fine. So quickly before we dive in, because you brought up your videos, so can you Tell me about your videos because you said you make videos.
Yeah,
That's
I talk about football in general. My video, the page, the name is His TV. I just post on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.
oh, that's
You know,
cool. I'll go
yeah.
and check it out.
Okay.
So you just watch any match and talk about the game and talk about football news in
Especially
general.
Premier League, though. Especially Premier League,
Oh,
like
that's
the big teams: Arsenal, Man United, Chelsea, Liverpool. You know, I talk
that's
about
cool.
big matches and transfers too. So
Yeah, that's good. I like that. That's good. And then Funsho, you have chief editor at footballnews.com and you're wearing the shirt as well, footballnews.com. So tell us about football news
mhm.
I
quickly.
mean, actually, a lot of people don't know that I own footballnews.com. Is actually a football blogging like goal.com, and we're like the pretty much the only 100% black owned network on at that scale. That's still big, and we have writers, about 10 writers, all based in Nigeria, about 3 editors. So I own it, so I give myself the title of the chief editor. I mean, what else can I give myself? But we kind of our focus is kind of different from gold. We kind of focus on black players because we don't think they get enough coverage from the positive angle of light. So we kind of tell the story from their point of view, someone that we can equally wear their shoes. So we tell it in a better light. Like, for example, when a Sakara story, the immediate just bashing, we were finding something positive that the guy was doing. So, and we post stuff like that. What the big media don't want to do, we take it on, give black players the exposure they need. And again, not black players, only everyone. From the positive angle, unbiased, and focus on a lot of athletes. Actually, most of our readers are from Germany. Like, we have 80% of our readers are from Germany, which I don't
Oh.
understand how. Like, it's shocking.
Yeah.
We cover German league, never that much, but it's mainly Premier League, Major League Soccer, and also we have a season pass to the Houston Dynamo game out here, so we cover that video wise, a lot of stuff. I'm just very busy, so we just happy to do it. But now I'm trying to get my hands dirty and be on ground. So that's what we do at footballnews.com. Check us out sometimes, guys. Thank you.
I'll do that. I'll do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
I'll definitely will do that. Um and then I'll post it before the end of the show. I'll post your both channels. I'll post it up here so people can also see it. So we're
Okay.
going to dive in, but I'll take this comment because it relates to something we just spoke about. Ayo left a comment here. It says, I can wear any other EPL jersey apart from Liverpool or City.
Of
I mean,
course.
yeah, if I wear Liverpool or City jersey, especially Liverpool, I think I'll combust and just auto combust and just die, just blow up, burn up. It's like, like a vampire wearing a cape of garlic or something or holy water. I'll just die.
All Superman.
Yeah, or Superman with kryptonite, that kind of thing. No, 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 it's not.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate Arsenal with a passion. It's not. It's there's bile. There's deep bile with Arsenal. I hate Liverpool. I really like. There's nothing. Uh, there's nothing you can tell me positive about Liverpool. When Liverpool were doing well, I was still hating on Klopp. City are they're forever thieves. Well, no, I think we all agree on that. City, they're a club of
Yeah,
criminals.
everybody agree in that.
Yeah, I think
You know,
everybody hates City.
they're paper team. They buy everything. So
Yeah, so there. But and I believe the feeling is mutual. I know all Arsenal fans hate Man United as well. So I don't feel guilty about the you
A
know
lot. A lot. I hate
yeah
Man
you
United
know,
a
yeah.
lot.
So the feeling
Crazy.
is mutual. There's no
all
love lost
my
Mm.
there.
most of my Man United friends know that if they ever catch me wearing Manchester United jersey, like you can just imagine, they'll blast it everywhere. You know, so from the rivalry part, I don't like them. And on my friend side too, I don't even like them. So
Mm.
Yeah, I started watching games. I became a deep fan around that before. Um, you know, the, about a year or two before Arsenal won their first title with with Wenger. And so that rivalry, the whole rivalry that developed under Wenger was
Yeah.
I was part of it. So that kept boiling up, and because that's where it really started from. The ones in the 80s, I was not part of it, so I don't really know about it. But that's where Arsenal and Manchester United beef really, really comes from. Liverpool is well documented. It's like Liverpool, Man United is like Spurs, and
That's
Arsenal. Yeah, what do you call Spurs? Shit, what do you call Liverpool? I can't say it on. I can't say it. So I'm gonna dive in. I'll start with you, Funcho. Let's talk about the Arsenal Aston Villa game. It was a very commanding result in the sense that it was 2-0 and it was away. This was a team that derailed Arsenal's title bid. If I remember correctly, if I recall
yeah,
correctly,
you
they
did.
were the
They beat us
team that
twice.
beat Arsenal twice. But the second victory was more of defeat in Arsenal's perspective was more important because that was the point Arsenal were having momentum and having the idea and believe that they could wrest the title back from City, and then these guys just came to Emirates and just boom,
Um,
and a former Arsenal coach as well, just give a quick punch to Arsenal's eyes and left it
it was
dead.
painful, man.
It was I know how that felt because I was very very happy. So I definitely knew Arsenal fans were crying. So what do you want to tell us about this game? How did you see this performance? Because for me, I think it was a commanding performance, as I said.
It was a commanding performance. As you can tell, Arsenal's our roster is a bit leaner at this point. We lost some players. We haven't had anything substantial. So it was a game that Arsenal was the weaker side on a player readiness, right? But again, I think Villa have the impression that they've arrived. They've become Arsenal's rival, which yesterday we saw like that is not, they're not there yet. And it's never going to happen. And not only that, they're about to learn the hard way. The schedule for them this year is going to be wild. They may actually finish below 6 because they're going to be very busy. And so the game, I felt like it was kind of like back and forth. We know each other very well. Uh, Villa was very organized, right? That shows you how good Arsenal is. For us to break them down at home, it was every time they were pressing so hard, and every time they press, we still break them down and back to the other side. I'll say we should have taken over the game the first half, right? But then Kai missed some chances. One good pass he could have given back. He missed like I said three. I won't call it a 1-on-1, but it's a better chance we could put the ball together better. The way Arsenal pass, we pass into the goal more than we take shots. We could have had moments like that. We missed that. Villa played their best. I think they came into the game with the belief. They were pumped. They think they can do it. They play like they can do it, but shows you how well organized Arsenal is. The only team that beating City more than any other players in the past year or two. And we're up there with City. The only thing is we don't have the money, right? But talent base, the work ethics, the guys showed themselves last night. Bailey tried his best, but it didn't happen for Villa. Watkins missed another open tapping shot that probably would have, I think if they had scored first, Arsenal would have won, because Arsenal is,
Maybe.
is a better set. No, Arsenal would have won.
No,
They beat us twice.
Okay, well, let you finish.
Yes. Arsenal is at a point that we can win a game that we want to win. We are that team now. If Arsenal said, "Look, we need," yes, I mean we win against City and we know we wanted that win. Yeah, we can go there.
I have to stop you. You're getting full of yourself. You're getting full of yourself. You're getting too full of yourself here. You gotta chill a bit, right? Because hold on, there was something you said that made me laugh. I honestly think that football is a game of moments. If Villa had scored first, the game would have been different. Arsenal did not score until the 60 something, almost the 70th minute. That game was won in the last, 25 minutes. If Villa had scored before that, they would have.
Yeah,
It would have been a whole different complexion.
yeah,
And
but
a Villa
you can
side
easily
that.
say
Mhm.
you can
Oh
easily
no,
say the Arsenal scored first too, because we had more
but
chance
you
to have
scored
scored before they
first.
had theirs.
There's
No,
no
no,
if there. You
no,
scored
no,
first.
no. I'm talking about early in the game. Early in the game,
Mhm. Oh,
we could put the game
definitely.
away very early in the game.
Yes, yes,
First
I
5 minutes,
agree.
we could put the game away already.
Yeah, yeah. But what I'm trying to tell you was the idea that if Villa scored first, that you were sure, dude. All they would have done is
Oh,
drop back and be more organized and hit you on the
yeah,
counter.
but which
You
is
know,
true.
so
But you have to understand that Arsenal play around the box a lot. They play around your box a lot. Like if you watch Arsenal play, we move the ball around your angle. Something would open up. Like they were very organized, very compact, right?
uh-huh.
And they pressed
hmm
together. And
hmm
we still managed to get a goal. Like the last 2 minutes, like we really broke them down. We could have went for 3 or 4.
This is
And
why
that's
everybody has. This is why everybody has problems with Arsenal fans. Is you people, you sure you're one of them?
bro.
You're one of
Did you
those Arsenal
did
fans
you
that you said you
did you
said you
The,
said this. You said we're up there with City talent wise, and I was going wait. We play around the box a lot. Wait, who do you think you are? You're Man City now. You're now in Real Madrid, uh, Barcelona during Pep. You know that kind of. No, I'm only
we
messing with you, but
we
to,
won. We didn't win 28 games last season just because we're not good. We are
oh,
very
you're
good.
a good thing. I'm
We are
just.
very good.
You're a
You
very
look at
good
the
team.
goal difference, goal against, the points, only 3 points, only one game separate us. You know why? And those games that we drew earlier in the season, where let's say we lost one to Villa, and we drew a few games before we figured out to use Kai Havertz, right? The moment we figured out to use Kai Havertz, the season changed. If it wasn't for that, all we have to do is not lose any more games. But we lost. Sadly, we lost that
So
Villa
you're
game,
giving me
which
the
kind of
idea that
was, yeah.
you believe you can go to almost the whole season without losing,
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
but
I'm
you
not
think it's
saying that, but
possible
I
this team
say
can do that. They're
no.
good
I'm not
enough
saying
to.
that. I want to. I wouldn't say that. The Premier League is a very tough. Is a very tough league, right? Look at what happened to Brighton and Man U, right? Premier League is very, very difficult, and anything can happen. Anybody can be beaten. That's why City can't go undefeated. They have a very good team. They have all the money. They still can't go undefeated. So I'm not going to say that, but I expect Arsenal to not perform worse than City this season,
To
provided
not
that we
perform
get the
worse
good
than
players that
City.
we need. I don't expect us to perform worse than City this season.
So that means you're going to win the league.
I'm not saying that yet. Let's see.
Wait, you see what he's doing? He's too diplomatic. He's saying he's trying to speak from two sides of the
the,
mouth.
the truth of the
Mhm,
matter is that if
mhm.
Oli Walkies scored maybe one or both chances, it would have gone a different way. That's the truth. You know why? Because the midfield, Rogers won every duels between him, Partey, and Rice. The Rogers guy with the spread, the Villa midfielder. That guy is a baller. He won everything against Partey and Rice. So if Villa has scored first, it might end up a draw or Villa might have won. That's how I
No,
see it.
no,
But yeah,
that's true.
I,
That's very
yeah,
true.
yeah. But at the end
But
of the day, Arsenal have gone one level up from last season. They managed to win, even though they weren't at their best. And I think for me, it's a boost from last season to this season. So beating Emery at Villa Park, for me, it's a good result. But that doesn't mean Arsenal might end up winning the league. They might lose against a lesser team like they did last season. For me, we losing to Villa twice, I still reflect back to the games we lost to West Ham and Fulham. Those are games that
in the
we,
begin in the
yeah,
beginning of this
yeah, we
league,
should have
yeah.
easily just take the
One.
3 points and go home, you know?
You kept saying
So,
we with a Chelsea jersey on. I'm confused,
no,
but continue.
it's okay, man. Okay, I'll take off my jersey. I'll take off my jersey. Okay, we could have easily won the game. The Fulham and the West Ham game, for me, cost
I feel like you
Arsenal the
want to check
title
back, chat, but continue.
last season. No, okay, it's okay. See, the Fulham and the West Ham game made Arsenal lost the title to City, not even the Villa game. If you go back, because those games, they were more easier for us to win than the Villa match, because Villa, they were so organized last season, you
Yeah,
know. But
yeah.
this season,
And I think Villa also beat
yeah,
City, so the results kind of canceled out. One of the games
right,
canceled out.
right. But this season, Villa is going to struggle, just as
Definitely.
Newcastle did. You know, they're going to
Yeah, maybe,
struggle.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah, you can put your shirt
yeah.
back on now, by the way. But so we can, the family shirt. But
No,
see, for
when I
Arsenal,
keep talking, you'll be thinking a Chelsea fans analyzing an Arsenal game. It's
Okay,
weird.
stop using wear the shirt, but stop using we. Just say Arsenal.
Oh,
Arsenal,
And then nobody will be confused, because when people are watching the
yeah.
highlights, they might go, what are we seeing here?
Where is that we? But to me though, Villa were more better positioned to win this game because look, Martinelli
yeah,
hasn't
they
done much
were, they
last
were,
season.
they
They were
were.
better positioned,
That's
but
why I was
even
that's why I was
yeah,
surprised when he was saying
No,
that he was sure they would have won.
no.
no
Now,
no no
see,
no no no.
the,
But I'm
the
still
thing,
sure why because
the problem,
once,
the problem
listen,
Arsenal had, the problem the players had, the two loss was still at the back of their head. So they were very cautious. In the first half, they were a bit slow for me. They were too slow at moving the ball. Everybody was just being too careful. And it gave that Rogers boy enough time on. I was angry watching that match. And that guy was taking on Partey. Partey was falling on the floor. I was like, what is
yeah.
happening? Partey and Rice.
You can say you can say Watkins could have put that goal away, right? But we can say the same thing for Kai too. Two chances, right? We have that two where two of our players overlapping side to side. He have to just give the guy the ball and pass right again, and it will pass right in the net. So you can say that
Yeah,
too. So,
yeah.
but overall, Arsenal were the better half with going to a tough stadium to
Yeah,
play
Arsenal
and
kept
win,
the ball very well.
and not
They kept the
conceding.
ball very well.
And hats off to David Raya that saved. That we can say that's another one that saved the game. David Raya,
He's
did you
the
guys
man
see
of
Rabia said?
he's the man of the
Yeah,
match for
man,
me. Yeah,
he,
he's the
he
man of the
earned
match.
it, and all of my friends in the Arsenal group watching me and saying like, "Is he really praising Raya?" Yes, guys, I am praising him, and you know, and they know why because you know, I like Ramsdale. And to one quick point before we move over, I still didn't believe that Raya joining us improved our chances of winning. I think Ramsdale could do the same thing Raya was doing. We could have spent that money wisely somewhere else. That's another subject. But I would praise Raya for what he did yesterday. He saved the game. We know Villa, if they score, they're just gonna pack the bus, right? They have no other reason to come out, and they'll counter. So big performance to David Raya that day. He saved the game. That was fantastic, man. That was fantastic. He was on his knee, got back up, saved the second game. So that's what I have to say about Arsenal. Though. No,
I'm going to take a thank you. I'm going to take a quick reply. I'm going to make a quick comment on something you said. Just my own opinion, so you don't have to reply. I'm not trying to say what you said was wrong, but I think there's a difference between Ramsdale and Raya. This thing with goalkeeping that is goalkeepers are cocky, goalkeepers are sure, good goalkeepers, great goalkeepers. Uh they're not doubtful. Even when they're going through their worst spell, their heads don't bow. Goalkeepers are people that they make a mistake and turn around and point to the defender and say, "You made the mistake. You made the mistake. That's why this happened." You know, they're the kind of guys that like they come in like they're
yeah,
the biggest.
like Onana, right?
I said great goalkeepers, my friend.
Great, great
I said
goalkeeper.
great goalkeepers. I don't know why you have to bring. What does this have to do? Where does Onana enter the conversation of
Onana,
great goalkeepers?
uh,
But
Onana was a great. He was a great
He
goalkeeper at
was before he joined Manu.
yeah, Inter Milan. He's a
the
great
same great
goalkeeper.
goalkeeper that was in Cameroon, and he was struggling with he was fighting with the Cameroon coach because of. That's why I say Arsenal fans, you should not respond now. Listen to instruction. So what I say about Raya is Ramsdale there's something about him that says he's not sure. Like 2 seasons ago, there was this time he was inconsistent, he was fidgety, you know, sometimes he'll make some simple mistakes with the ball, not necessarily about saves. They give him the ball
Not,
in that
not
possession.
being able to play from the back. Yeah,
Yeah, he
it
became
wastes
like
time.
yeah,
Yeah,
he was like guessing what to do, and
you're right. You're
the
right.
opponent can see it. the opponent can feed off that, and I think that was one of the reasons. This difference between him and Raya. Raya does not act like he is shaking. I'm not necessarily saying he's putting the best performances. I'm just saying that that
Yeah,
might be just a
the
slight
reason.
difference, yeah,
Yeah,
between
you're
them.
right, man.
Yeah,
As you're right. I'm
yeah.
on you. I'm with you on that one.
Ayo left a comment here. This is what he says. I think Villa were unlucky and wasteful. They missed a lot of good chances in the first half. Arsenal dominated them in the second half. Well, the game is 90 minutes. You don't dominate one half or miss chances in one half and then go into the dressing room and not come out for the second half. And Arsenal came out and they won.
Again,
They were unlucky, but you as this thing about unlucky. I think I when you miss chances and you were wasteful, I don't call it unlucky. I just say you were not clinical.
Yeah.
Unlucky
If
is when you beat the
If
keeper.
Arsenal had lost to Villa, they would have said same old Arsenal.
Yes.
So for
So
me, I
I
think
have to give Arsenal personally. I have to give Arsenal the props there. Villa, if they had beaten the keeper and took the shot and it hit the post or something like that, or the guy that was supposed to score tripped, you say they're unlucky, but they should have scored and they missed it. So uh, they they should learn. But I think I have to give Arsenal praise. This is a game they could have easily lost. We're going to switch. We're going to go to you because you're wearing. Please, can you wear your Chelsea jersey this time so that you can talk
yeah,
about
this time you're.
we were supposed to do a Chelsea review.
Mona leave me with my jersey. Forget who I be. Forget what I'm a big Arsenal fan. It's just a shirt.
Yeah, so we're going to do a quick Chelsea review. So we can start. It's a Wolves Chelsea review. So you can continue with that. What did you think about it? You're wearing a Chelsea jersey, so you will be a resident Chelsea fan for today. Is Chelsea back?
I can't say with this one game, but I was surprised that Chelsea could score 6 goals. You know,
Well, they scored
knowing
four
how
against Manchester United.
now against Wolves, they scored 6 goals against Wolves. So for me, I just think Chelsea, they have the quality, they have the players, but it's one thing to have the players. It's another thing to bring the best out of the players. So we'll still give Enzo Maresca some time, like 2 years. If Chelsea can be patient, I think maybe Maresca could be that man that could turn Chelsea's captivity around. You know, like a team that is wanting a striker so desperately, and they score 6 goals away from home. And this is the same team Arsenal played last week, and they scored just 2 goals, and Chelsea scoring 6. For me, I think they did very well. They played well. They did their homework. So for me, I think it's a good win for Chelsea. But is Chelsea back? I'm not sure. So
That's a fair assessment. Funcho, what do you think?
First of all, clarity. We are not the same as Chelsea because we scored two. We win the game, we're
no,
gonna win it.
I'm just.
We can say, yeah.
It's
I
not
just
a
had to put that
comparison.
there.
It's just. It's
Okay.
not
No,
a
I
comparison.
think he's trying to say, this should not be an easy team to beat, and then so them
I
scoring six.
know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Who's are
Here's
usually
my
tough.
thing. Now here's my thing.
Wolves are tough.
Here's my
They're
thing.
tough.
Yeah. I did. Is Chelsea back? Actually, I think so. I think, and I've said this before the season started. I think Chelsea will be make top four this year, and here's why I think they'll make top four. They just have to not do worse than Manchester United, Spurs, and I don't think Villa. Yeah, if they don't do worse than those two teams, they will be top four. The third part of it is I don't see Villa staying there because of this workload. They are new to the environment that they're in. So expect Villa to drop out of the top four, right? Right? So you have Arsenal, you have Man City. The other two is left for grabs. All they have to do is to not perform worse than Manchester United and Spurs, and they have 3 and 4. And eventually, they have all these games that are normal at the village games on Thursday, whatever that's punishment for not being so good player. Arsenal was in that position for a while. If you look at Arsenal, it's actually time that propel us to be ready to beat teams, and we have more rest in between. There's some times that we only play. They'll be playing just one game per week later in the season, right? At that time, they're going to be well rested. They have the players. They're probably the team that will be breaking people's neck like Villa did last year. So, like you said earlier, he said They have the players. Can they use them well, right? Can they have that bond? Can they have the chemistry to perform well? Because the competition is so much down that they have more than 4 players per position. Everybody know they can get dropped at any time. Do they have enough time to gel? Does the coach have enough time to let each player stay in the position and be successful before you have to rotate them again? That's probably what will determine how far they go. Do they have the players? Yes. Do they have history of being in the Champions League? History of being in the top 4? These things matter. Yes. And I think this will play back in the role. Are they back? I think so. Not to win, but I think they're back for top 4.
Well, Chelsea almost made top 4 last season. They were not too far.
Yeah.
Well, why I said almost is, of course, they finished 6th.
They finished 6th.
Yeah, but the position they came from to finish 6th
Was 8th.
was they were.
Nah,
At one
it was
point they were
there.
12 or
At some
13.
point, 12.
Yeah, I remember when they were consistently 10 to 11 for a long time.
Yeah.
That run to get to 6th was better than most teams in the top 4 at the end of the season. That run was only bettered by Arsenal and Man City at the last 3 months. They had a very good run. That's one of the reasons why I was not surprised that Pochettino was fired. And that is the issue, I believe, is with Chelsea. Chelsea has shown us they can be brilliant. It's not scoring goals that is the problem. Because, like I said it, that they scored 4 against Man United. That game that they were almost losing, and they won. They've had games where they scored. As a matter of fact, they have scored most teams in the Premier League last season.
City, they scored 4 against City.
Yeah, they scored 4 against City. Yeah, they played 4-4 with City. They were scoring. They just were conceding goals. They can't have 40-something players. Can't have 4 players of position. That's another issue. The main issue they have is they can't have 40-something players. They have to choose from this 40-something and bring it down to 20-something that have to be registered, 25, and then some youth players. That's one. 2, the guy at the back, with all due respect, the bugger guy, the American guy, the baseball guy or bank guy, I don't know, whatever you want to call him, that face.
He's running the club like a grocery store.
Yes.
Grocery store in America, everybody can just go in at the same time and come out at the same time. So
so and then anything you want is there. American grocery stores, instead of buying only food, they sell grocery, they sell everything. So it's like that kind of stuff. He's just buying. So when does the manager have time to get used to these players? Because if these players don't perform, he doesn't even give them that time to gel. Modric, who is a wonder buy, has not had time. They've already bought the replacement. Then they bought the replacement to the replacement. Then they bought the replacement to the replacement to the replacement. So these guys are lining up. Like, when did Sterling come to Chelsea? He's already out. Like, when you think about it, the turnover is so much. There's no coach that has lasted or had time. That's my only worry for them, is this
instability.
If you had coaching instability, you can understand it. Okay, the coach is not performing, he's fired. You have coaching instability, player instability. So I don't know what their game plan is. And then all these players are on 7-year contracts. So at a point, you're going to have this issue of, how do you get rid of 30 players? Because you can't just keep buying without selling. So
and to add to your point, I'm trying to think, do they know something that we don't know? Is the Premier League going to increase 22 to 35?
Maybe.
Or what is the need to hold players? They recently just signed another player, and after we've complained, you have too many players. They can have a team, or they can have 5 teams of first 11s. At some point, they have 6 goalkeepers. 6. What they're gonna do with it, I don't know. And I think I don't know what's going on with the guy. And that's one thing about ownership, right? And I don't like it when people that don't know football just come in there. They think it's all about numbers and money. No, it's not. there's culture. Like if I was him, I'd rather buy the team and just hire someone that know football to run it and just have faith in the guy. Like
This
you know
guy is
football.
not
I'll stay in the
qualified
back,
to be
run
the
it
director of football.
at all. But I will ask that person for one thing: carry this matter on your head like I would carry my own. Carry
Yeah.
this team on your head. That's all. Like, and I'll stay in the back because I don't think this guy know what he's doing, and he's having direct. Look at what he did against Man City. The camera was on him. As soon as they conceded the second goal, he busted off the field.
Yeah.
And walked away. Like really just angrily left the pitch. You know, you don't send that type of message to the team, to the players, I don't know, but ownership does matter in most cases.
Yeah, it does. It does. It's a shame. Talking about bad owners, we're switching to another team suffering from bad owners. Brighton, Manchester United. I'm depressed, so I don't want to talk too much. I'll let you guys talk. When you finish, I'll find something to say. Um, Quickly, I seem to have missed a comment, so let me take it quickly. Then, let me distract us.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Ashraf Sampong was correcting us that Chelsea has games in Europe, so that
The
we are still
conference
in
league.
Europe, so we'll still have midweek games, and those games are on
Okay, we'll see.
Thursday. And if Chelsea wins those games, it's going to complicate their season. If they get the best thing that can happen to them is for them to get knocked out early. It will help them. So let's talk about. Let's talk about Dutch madness.
The theater of dreams.
Uh, the theater of nightmares currently. Oh man. Do we want to talk about Brighton, or do we want Manchester United, or do we want to talk about what is wrong with Manchester United? Because I said I don't have anything to say. I'm struggling to say something. So, and why don't you start? Why don't you start? You seem to have some. You're biting your lips to talk.
I just think Manchester United might finish top four. So losing to Brighton for me, it's not really like a bad start for Manchester United. I just think after so many changes Eric Ten Hag made, I think the defense was no longer stable because of the changes he made. The second goal for me was that everybody was focusing on the ball and nobody was looking at the Brighton players behind them. Maybe what's his name? The new defender from Bayern Munich. What's his name?
Delete.
The lead. Yeah, would have been
Delete.
bring Joao Felix. I think if Maguire was there, maybe it would have been a different, Lisandro. But the first goal, I blame it on Lisandro Martinez
Mm-hmm.
because he was focusing on the man
The
in
wrong
front of
guy.
him. Not he should be focusing on Weber because Weber is the biggest threat there.
The goal there is the biggest threat. You
So
should be protecting that area.
so
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
right. So for me, I think the two goals, I put it on the defense. They were caught sleeping at both occasions. So, but I still think
Okay.
Manchester United will do good this season, if not finishing top four. So
No, let me jump in real quick. While I agree that they have some defense issues leading to the goal, actually, I don't see them making top four, and here's why. I'm not saying that because I don't like Man U, but it's clear I don't like them. But you look at it, I think
I
it's
don't
because
like
of the
them
managers.
either.
Yeah,
But
I think it comes down to
sometimes you pull your feelings apart
That's
and
right.
just like
and I am, and that's exactly why I'm saying that this is not about feelings right here, because I feel like it's in the hands of the manager. You look like Manchester United, you don't even know what style of football they play. You don't know, are they pressing? Are they sitting back? What are they really doing? And dating
I
back
can
all
tell you the
last season, we
style of
don't.
I can tell you the style of football they
I
play.
can too.
If you remember Sam Allardyce from Bolton Wanderers, that's the kind of football Eric Ten Hag is playing.
Are you
Okay,
serious?
that's probably
Yeah,
that's let's say that's true. Let's say
yeah,
that's
he's
true,
taking
right?
them back. Yeah,
He's
he's
taking it
taking
back,
them
but
back.
it took a while. It took a while to get that, but yeah, this guy's a good guy. I got it. I got it now.
Ah!
You understand? And talk
Yeah,
about feelings.
good. Mhm.
I think every Ten Hag or Three Hag, whatever goal it is, he's using his feelings in selecting players. As in the leadership role, you may have an issue with player behavior stuff, but you treat behavior in house. You still use your best employees, best stats. And I felt like I didn't think they used the best lineup. You know, Diallo, that guy on the wing,
Yeah,
he's good, but I didn't think he should be getting a starting role. Garnacho should be. Garnacho later came in right as a sub, wasn't it? Right. I think Garnacho should have started that game. Whatever reason why I put Garnacho on the bench, I don't know. You saw how the game changed when Garnacho came in, right?
yeah,
And Man, you were just unlucky. If not for that guy sticking the leg on the offside, they practically, I think they won that game, right?
yeah, sure.
So,
Yeah,
yeah, they won that game.
they
And I
were
felt like as
unlucky.
long as they,
Twice,
yeah,
twice. They scored. They
twice,
were unlucky. Yeah,
yeah, as long as they continue, the coach continue to put feelings and let that reflect in first 11, they'll continue to suffer, right? This is on the coach. I blame the coach for that. You have Rashford on the wing, one of the top scorer in the past 2-3 seasons. You can't make anything out of the guy anymore. I don't know if you're killing talent or you're making him better. I don't get it. Garnacho is at his prime right now. If they can't make the best out of him, then he's going to regress. And after that, maybe Mayu's done. Because I don't see anybody up front that can give you double-digit goals. Maybe Garnacho will give you that. The new striker they have, I haven't seen it yet. Rashford can give you that, but I don't know if they play the type of football that will get Rashford that goal. They're not moving the ball well in front. Because if not, Rashford should be banging at least 12 goals or more last season, right? So I don't see Man U finishing top 4 just because 1 and 2, Arsenal and City, depending on how you want to rotate that, how they both play out.
And
And
then
I
you
don't see
said
Man U
Chelsea.
beating Arsenal, right? Enough. I don't see them beating big teams that will get them that top 4. Because then you have to either beat Arsenal, right? You have to beat Chelsea. Actually, at this point, I think Chelsea will beat Man U. Then you have to beat Spurs or something. You need those big games. You have to be able to go up to Arsenal and get at least one game to be able to have the confidence of beating them again when you come back home or somewhere else. So it's very tough. I don't know where they're going to fall in, but top 4 is a bit tough for them to get with the way leadership is going from the coaching part aspect.
I agree with you a lot, except for the reasons. It's now you're giving me something to say. You're giving me something
Rashford,
to say.
Rashford, right?
Yeah.
No, not just
Yeah. I don't know.
Rashford, Garnacho, Diallo, that's Amad Diallo. There were some things in general, I agree with you. There's a leadership issue, but in general, when you nitpicked it, I think you gave the wrong reasons. But maybe because I'm a Manchester United fan, it's not maybe.
Yeah,
I
you
think I
might
know
you
this
might be
better than you.
biased at that point.
No, I'm not being
Yeah.
biased. I'm just saying I might know this better than you. That what's his name? Ahmad has been the best player coming into preseason, has been the most consistent during the most
I
dangerous
like
period.
him. I like him.
He had
I
been
like the
playing
guy.
very well. And the other guys were just coming.
But do you bench Garnacho for him though?
Hold on, I'm going to answer
Who do
that.
you bench for him? You know what
Ganacho,
I'm saying? Garnacho
Ganacho
should start
finished.
before Ahmad.
Ganacho finished Copa America and went on holiday while this guy was playing preseason. So Ganacho is still building up match fitness. The same thing with Zegzi. Well, that's why he's not playing Zegzi yet, where there's no number 9. Højlund is injured and he's not playing a striker because he doesn't want to rush that guy and that guy gets injured. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's trying to protect him because, especially since Højlund, because if Højlund was not injured, he would play one of them. But being that Højlund is injured, he's going, no, this guy I have to protect Zegzi. If I protect Zegzi right now, so that he will still last me till November when Højlund is back. So that's the main reason why Garnacho is not started and Ahmad is started. But actually, if you look at that game, even when Ahmad, what's his name?
Saka didn't play preseason and he started.
Saka, but that's
Saka
a different club. That's a different club. And then if you look at the game against Brighton, even when Garnacho came in, despite his issues, when I thought about it, and he
The
might
game
have not.
changed.
The game might have changed, and Ahmad might have
Yeah,
not had a great game because I wasn't pointing out Ahmad was really poor. He was, but guess
yeah.
what? He was the one that actually cooked up the most dangerous chances.
The goals,
Yeah,
right?
he was
Yeah.
the one that cooked it up. He made the move,
Mhm.
then made the right pass. Garnacho was getting the ball a lot, but wasn't really dangerous. He wasn't really when he got the ball. He was like there was at the time he had the ball and he was trying to dribble somebody when he should have passed. And that might still be the issue Diallo and Garnacho have is that they're still kids. But I'm just pointing out that a few things about I was just nitpicking some of the things you said. But in general, the issue where I see with Manchester United is if the leadership makes the right decision, the manager, for example, what I would have done yesterday is not play Bruno and Mount at the same time because it backfired. What it backfired was one of them was taken off at halftime. There must have been something wrong with Bruno, but whatever reason, Bruno had to be changed. And guess who was coming on for Bruno? McTominay. So you basically were 1-1 in a game of football. You needed to score goals, and you were bringing in McTominay. Is this that you were bringing him to go and play false nine? No, you were bringing him to play midfield. He's not going to create chances from there. If you get my point, Bound should have been the one coming in as a sub for Bruno. So this man is still had not gone and found his best 11 and stuck with it. It's the same thing when you said he said the changes disorganized the team. You brought out Maguire. Maguire might have made a mistake in the first half. He was partly to blame for the first goal, but
Mhm.
he became the best defender in the game. He was blocking everything, making good tackles, and then you bring him off and bring in the lead. You were looking for a goal. What were you bringing the lead in for? Yes, you want to give him game time, but you had not won this game. So like if you think about what I'm saying, you're looking for a goal. Why are you bringing in a center half? You don't have to.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
supposed to be trying to make so these are the little intricacies you look at and you go, this guy has not gotten the Premier League yet. He thinks he has all the time in the world. Because no matter how you twist it or not, Manchester United do not need to beat Arsenal or Man City to make top four. They only need to beat them if they want to challenge for the title. They can lose those 4 games
And
and
still
still make
finish
the top
top
4.
Yeah.
But if they want to make the top 4, they have to beat Brighton. They have to beat Fulham. Especially when they played yesterday, that kind of game yesterday. They have to beat them. They have to beat
Right.
Wolves. They have to make sure they beat Chelsea, beat at least once. Beat Spurs, beat Villa. But
Now,
as it is
now
now,
you see where
you're
it
not
gets
sure they can
now you
beat
see
them.
where it gets difficult. Now you
Yes.
see where it gets difficult, right?
Yes.
You look at last season, 60 points and goal difference -1, -1.
-1. Yes.
So and that's why I said earlier, you have to have at least 1 or 2 of your front three that you know for sure this guy's getting a double-digit goal. It may be goal and assist or something. I'm trying to find that guy on Man U team. Who do you think can give you guys that?
I can answer that
Because
question
the
for you
team is not
easily.
playing. The team is not playing in a way to give him that. So you don't. That's what I'm saying. What is identity? How are they playing? Do they
Because
kick the ball more than
you
everybody
said
else?
it when you said leadership. When you said leadership, you
Yeah.
said it. You cannot. Manchester United were 14th per chances created in big chances created. 14th. So how's
14,
the striker going to get goals? I pointed out that Chelsea scored a lot of goals. Chelsea were so far ahead of Manchester United. The reason why Chelsea didn't come into the top 4, their goals, if it was by goals scored, they would have been in the top 4. It was just that they were so bad defensively. Manchester United,
They almost concede as much as they scored.
yes, that's the problem
they
Chelsea
did.
had. Manchester United were conceding so many chances and not creating enough chances. And you cannot go, if you play with all due respect to Southampton, but yeah, we played those kind of teams last season. What's the name of that team? Luton Town. Luton Town gave us a game.
Yeah.
With all due respect to Luton Town, Manchester United should slap. Like if this was Alex Ferguson's Manchester United, they will slap you out of the park by the 30th minute and bring in. That's when he will now bring in Mount. So let me rest
and that's what Arsenal was doing. By halftime, the fans have to leave because that's how we win games.
Yeah, that's so good. But this team now, you've played playing Leicester City, who just got promoted. I mean, they're fair. technically good enough team, but not a great team. You're playing, they just got promoted at 70th minute, the game is still 0-0. You know how football is. They now start having hope. Oh, we can play these guys. But by the time if you're leading them 3-0 and it's 70th minute, the fans have already started leaving. The guys are just begging the ref, blow the
But
whistle.
like, if you ask me,
Hmm.
Eric Ten Hag, two years at Manchester United, he's won 2 titles. But me, as a football fan, I like to watch the game and enjoy it,
Yeah,
even though my team doesn't win. I
yeah.
like to watch football and enjoy it. But watching United play, you feel
It's
sleepy.
painful, bro.
You feel sleepy. Although he's won 2 trophies, but
Yeah.
I don't want to watch them play unless they are playing against my team. Yeah, but say watching them, you can easily just sleep off and forget you have popcorn in your mouth. You just
I
sleep
was
off.
And,
I was watching the game last season. I remember this very well. I was watching the game last season because my phone gives me alerts. And you know, these streams like Peacock and all of this, they're a bit slow. So they're
Yeah.
showing you the
yeah.
game after. So I was watching the game and I was chatting with people on WhatsApp. I wasn't really watching it. So when this thing, gives you an alert, a notification, oh, they've scored or something, that's when I'll start watching it. I'm sitting down there, but I'm not really watching the game because I wasn't missing anything.
Mhm.
Ten Hag needs to make up his mind. I might not like Mourinho's style of football. I might not like Conte's style of football. I might not like Simeone's style of football. All negative football per se. But at least you know what they're doing. If you want to be an attacking team, be an attacking team. If you want to be a defensive team, be a defensive team. But don't be bad at both at the same time. This team, ironically, has won the most balls in the opponent's half this season. No other team has won possession back. They are pressing like they want to be on the front foot. But where is that football? Where is the lineup to match it? You know, if you want to play two wingers, put them out, play solid midfield, but you just can't leave the midfield and push there's some basic things that you think this guy should have learned by now, but he hasn't learned
But
it.
I'm not
So
not praying for Mayu to sack him. Oh. I like what he's doing. Oh. The boring game is good. I
Yeah.
like it because I
Let him
want
stay there.
Manchester United to suffer as much as Arsenal have suffered because Alex Ferguson took out for our eye those days. Those days. So you guys are reaping the fruit of his labor. So you guys will suffer. United, I could suffer.
Now, now let me read one stats to you guys that will shock you.
Mm.
So they said that Manchester United have lost 43 of their Premier League meetings versus Brighton. And now, right now, Man United has the highest loss percentage versus any Premier League team. So that
That's good.
means even that,
More to
the
come. More
FA
to
Cup that
come.
you know. So if you struggle right now against a team like this, you see the top four legit teams, right? They make that statement in the first 2 games. You cannot be struggling this early when everybody's healthy, no injuries. I mean, they have some injury for off and preseason, but you should have a little bit of identity as the first 2 games. I haven't
we
seen
have
it.
we have
I
injuries.
hope.
We have some serious injuries,
Yeah,
but yeah, there should
yeah,
be an
yeah, yeah. I
identity.
mean, but you have enough time to rectify it before the season starts. Is what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
not,
I'm not making
yeah,
excuses.
that's
I'm
what I'm
not
saying.
making excuses. Yeah,
Yeah,
It- there's
like
there's also the thing. Let's not overkill this team because it's a team we
yeah,
flog all the time. People have been flogging them since last season, but there's also the thing of the backroom thing where you're going. Who's running this team? We thought the manager was no longer running the transfers, and then three more players from Ajax or two former players from Ajax come. So now the whole defense is almost Ajax, former Ajax. Um, there was no left back for most of last season because Malasha was injured. Then Shaw
So
was injured a lot of the season.
mm,
You get to the summer, Shaw recovers, but then plays some Euro games. Then he's injured again. Malasha has the injury; he's still suffering setbacks from that injury, so he's not coming back soon. And then you're spending money buying two center backs,
yeah.
buying another right back. You had two right back. Basically, bought one right back, sold another right back. and he never bought a
yeah.
left back. Like,
Yeah, that's true. I didn't even take note of that. United needed
what
it.
exactly are you doing? You should have bought it
Like,
because even
like,
if Shaw is good enough that when he's fit and playing well, he's a solid player. He could almost uh, play in any team. He's that good.
United should take Chilwell. They should take Ben Chilwell from Chelsea.
No,
He's supposed to lead.
yeah, but now you want we're
how
trying to
come get
replace
keyword from
you're
how
trying to
come get
replace
keyword from
hospital
Arsenal?
patients and you want us to add another hospital patient. Like, it
Man
doesn't-
United is turning into a rehabilitation center, just like Chelsea now. So
we're
Yeah.
even trying. We're trying to rehabilitate the career of ETH at this stage because, my God, I'm really, really wondering if that guy knows what he's doing. But yeah, at this stage, it's too early in the season, so let's see.
yeah,
Let's see how it happens. We will know. There's always this thing we say here on Footy Fantasy Podcast is 2 games just tells you something a little bit. We know after 10
Yeah.
games.
True. Yep.
By the end of October, we will know.
by December we'll know who is going to win the league and who is finishing top four. You guys
We
should
will
be
know.
patient.
Yes,
December.
we will know. So,
But for
but
me,
mhm.
City is still the favorite. For me, no, I'm not. I'm not gonna be biased. Ika, God, the one who knows how to win Premier League when it's 10 matches to go, is back for
this
City.
is
So for me, like it's like a new signing
this
for
is
them.
my hope. This is my hope. My hope is that the hunger is gone. This is what makes Alex Ferguson. I'm not saying this because
Uh,
I'm a Manchester United fan, but just the fact is that what makes Alex Ferguson the greatest football manager ever was how he was able to keep hungry and keep his team hungry. If
yeah.
Pep continues to win, then he becomes the greatest club manager. I think Pep might be the greatest tactical manager of all time. But I think that hunger, would they still have that hunger? Like this same crop of
No,
players.
they still have it. They still
Mhm.
have it because they have not meet their own personal expectation on the Champions League side. So as long as they continue to have the goal of Champions League, you will easily attain Premier League. That's just how it is. I think like and you have to understand that the system they have in Man City works. It's a beautiful system. Sometimes I don't like watching it because I just know they win. If I see like this Ipswich game, I didn't watch the game because I just know like what's the point? Even as a fan, what am I coming to the stadium for? Right? So Man City are so good. They're good. They have a good coach and they have money. Not every team has a good problem. That's a good problem to have, that you have money and you also have a coach that can use that
Everybody
money
has
very well.
money. Everybody has money. It's
Everybody
easier.
spend,
But
It's
that,
easier
everybody
when
spend
it's
money
easier
now.
when you're cheating.
My
It's
United,
easier.
yeah,
Chelsea,
exactly.
Arsenal,
Yeah.
they spend more. They spend
When
more than
when Chelsea
City now
when
in the last
Chelsea
three
plays
They
years.
anything,
did. They did not spend more than City.
no,
If
nobody
if
has.
if we, if, if we do the math, if we do the
Yeah,
math the right way,
nobody has spent more than City.
because City is doing the
Really?
math backwards.
Even
If you
Yeah,
look,
Chelsea?
yeah, they are.
Even
yeah,
Chelsea?
There's no.
yeah.
How did Haaland go for 60 million?
Have you added the
Haaland was
wages?
Explain
cheap.
how Haaland was sold.
Have you added the wages?
Okay. Listen,
Hmm.
have you guys noticed when an English club is going
Hmm.
for a player,
Hmm.
it's expensive.
That's right,
Very.
because English clubs
Yeah,
have
when an
money.
English team comes for a player, especially the big four, the big five. But I begin I begin to wonder if someone like Vlahovic is leaving from Juventus to AC Milan, it'd be cheap. But when Arsenal comes, the price goes up. Why is it like that?
Because Italian teams know that if Juventus is selling to AC Milan, that AC Milan doesn't have money. There's no need wasting time. If they don't want to sell, they don't want to sell. But if Arsenal is coming, they know Arsenal can afford 100 million. So it's the
Not,
same
Yeah.
not,
thing. That
not, not only
it's
that,
so
not
bad
only
that
that, they,
it's so bad. Sorry,
mhm,
that
good.
Brighton and West Ham can go to La Liga and Germany and Italy and rate players from Juventus. They can
Really?
not the yes. West Ham can go and rate players from Juventus, match their wages and
But
everything.
but also you look at the ambition, right? If Arsenal come from you, right? most likely they already know they want you. The job of the other clubs to get us to spend that money for you. You get Arsenal is going to go for a big trophy. They're going to spend that money to get there. Man City is going to do it. Chelsea is going to do it. You know, but to me though, like I said, how do we get here? Before we get derailed, do they say
We're
have the
talking
hunger?
about
Yes, Man City.
money.
Yeah,
Everybody has
Haaland. We were
money.
talking about Haaland because I wonder, Haaland didn't cost City that much. It wasn't that much.
But I know it didn't, but it's supposed to. How City does business, we don't know.
I don't know. Even Jude did not cost.
We don't know.
Madrid.
Let me tell you how they did
that
it.
much.
Let me tell you how they did it. Okay, Jude and Haaland, they've actually picked very similar trajectories. It's one of the reasons why Man United wanted to sign Jude and Jude said no, was that Jude was actually, his father were actually playing for a moment like that. They went to Dortmund, and I think they had an agreement with Dortmund that they would spend a certain amount of years and then they will leave. And that when they will leave, the price would be something, it won't be too expensive, that Dortmund won't block them. And Dortmund agreed.
I'm going to a good team.
And then when Real Madrid came, but it was still a good enough price, it was about £80 million. The same thing happened with Haaland. When Haaland was supposed to come, when Man United went to Haaland, Raiola wanted to insert a clause, the transfer clause in his contract. And Man United said, no, we don't put transfer clauses because we are not a selling club. And so he went to Dortmund and they had a clause in there. City knew he had that clause, but City did not want it to be a bidding war. So before anybody
went to activate it.
They went and activated, but before they activated it, they went and paid Raiola. Raiola earned almost 30-something million pounds. The agent
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying.
Paid almost 30-something million.
That means it's
that's
like
what I was saying.
There's some other money added behind closed doors.
Yes, the agent,
that's what I was telling you.
If you look at the fee for Haaland, it was almost 100 million.
Look at Arsenal. Arsenal have to.
That's what Chelsea is doing now. That's what Chelsea is trying to do. Low wages, big sign-on fee. Something like that. Yeah. They're not going to pay you a lot, but they're going to pay a lot to buy you.
Yeah, I think Chelsea's model, one of the reasons why Chelsea is signing so many players is that they believe that these players will grow up in value, then they will sell them for money. The only problem with that model is if the player is not playing, how is his value going to increase?
Yeah, if the players most of the players will turn out to be a flop at the end of the day.
Because they have to play games. All the expensive buyers Chelsea have bought, they can't sell them for half that money. Nobody's going to pay 50 million for Enzo Fernandez. Nobody's going to pay 50 million for Caicedo right now. And nobody's going to even pay 30 million for Modric.
No way.
Which is true. Now, but I don't know what system Chelsea is doing, but if it works out this season, can we blame them?
No. We won't.
Yeah, I understand. So I'm waiting to see what's gonna happen.
At this stage, it feels like if you throw more at the wall, eventually it will stick.
Something will stick, right?
Yeah.
They don't even need a striker. They don't need Osimhen no more. Chelsea don't need a striker. They scored 6 goals today.
Don't need him.
Yeah, they don't need a striker.
Don't trust me.
They scored 6 goals today.
And guess what? This guy looked like Madueke is going to score a lot of goals this season with
that guy.
With a hat trick. And my thing is though, he needs to appreciate what's his name?
Palmer
Cole more, because if Palmer keep feeding him,
he's going to score.
They play on that side. Yeah. Oh my God! Oh my! If Madueke is not in your fantasy league today, put him there.
If I was Maresca, the Chelsea squad is easy for you to make a selection. I will start Christopher Nkunku as my 9. Then I will start Neto as my 11. Madekwe as my 7. Then I'll put Palmer behind as my supporting. Then I'll start Caicedo and Enzo. Lavia might stay on the bench. I won't start 3 of them because 3 of them play alike. I won't start 3 of them at the same time.
You can use Chelsea to play fantasy football.
It's simple.
The Chelsea team. I think that Chelsea will have the issues with maintaining a good squad
Yeah,
maintaining
because
happiness.
there are too many. There are too many people.
But they need a
Nkuku
striker.
can be that 9. Nkuku can. I think he can be that 9.
But he likes to play out wide. Uh, Chelsea are also trying to buy what's it called, Sancho, by the way. So
Sancho.
yes,
Oh
they're
my
trying to
God.
buy
Well,
Sancho.
what? What is the issue with wide players with Chelsea? What is the issue with wide players with
Yeah,
Chelsea?
yeah,
What
Yemi said, I think they do
I
need a
mean,
striker. The system Chelsea plays helps in creating chances. Their
any
system is
chances?
good. It's a very fluid system. They have a lot of players that can create chances. They also have a lot of players that are in positions that they're not strong, or they bought players. They spend a lot of money on players for positions that are not favorite. They spent 100 million on Caicedo, but he's not a defensive midfielder.
Enzo.
He's a box to box midfielder. They spent 100 million on Enzo and they play him as we're playing him as a defensive midfielder, but he's not. Now that's one of the reasons why they're trying to play three of them is if Lavia is not in, who might be the defensive midfielder of those three, that none of those three is a defensive midfielder. And you don't spend 100 million on players and bench them. So that's why
It, do-
Lavia.
it doesn't really matter. It
Now I'm
doesn't
just
really matter.
because it's a
Yeah,
lot of
it does.
money.
Yeah. And
That might be
I
the
know he cost them a lot of money, but if it's not working, it's not working, you know? If it's not working, it's not working, then you change it.
Okay, so we're gonna move on because we're getting past our time and we're spending so much on Chelsea. I'd like to say something about football or final thing on Chelsea, Manchester United, because those two teams are the enigma for the season. I think all the Arsenal, Man City are all set. We know who they are. We know what they are. It's nothing.
Liverpool is set too.
Liverpool is set to. It's like they did plug and play. They hired a manager that just comes to play whatever
Copy and
continue.
paste. Copy
Yeah,
and
copy
paste.
and paste. This guy is just so we know what
Hey,
they are.
if the system is working, why change it?
Why change it?
Exactly,
Right?
exactly.
Yeah.
So anyway, why what I was talking about is we know what these three teams are: Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal. The only difference is which of them will win the title, or which of them will come second. Sorry, because we know City will win the title. So the question is what is Chelsea, what is Manchester United? It will be answered in the next few weeks. We will know. All I can promise you is that if Enzo Maresca does not perform, he will get fired. If Ten Hag does not perform, he will get fired. That's what I can tell you. And so,
No, I think Ten Hag might be under pressure more than Maresca.
yeah, definitely
I
on
think Ten
he is
Hag might be
definitely.
under pressure more than
Yeah, I mean,
Maresca.
as is Spurs sets too.
Let, let me take that on. Let me take
Okay,
that question.
all right, go ahead. Mhm.
Is sports set? No, because again, they also I don't think they have identity of who they want to be. They don't want to be top six. They don't want to be the bottom 6 to 12. I don't think they have it. They've been very unlucky. They just lost Dominic for I don't know for how long. They're gonna lose him for. They're not playing Richarlison. Richarlison is rumored to be leaving the club, so the Cream don't have a striker right now, and they don't know how to use Son anymore. Son used to be like that prolific scorer. This new coach don't know how to use him. So I don't think they're set. I don't expect much from Spurs this year. 2 seasons ago, I expect them to do more, and I spoke very well about them. Some of my colleagues in a WhatsApp group will tell you that I was praising them. Then until Kane said he was leaving, because Son and Kane are two crazy duo that they don't have to win, but the day they turn it on, they turn it on. You understand? So Spurs right now, I think they're still figuring it out. And the Premier League is not a league where you experiment. It's either you have it or you don't have it. Two,
That's
three
right.
games can matter a lot. So I don't think they're set. You know.
Mm. Fair enough. Fair enough. I agree with you. They're also a team in transition, but I think the manager talks too much, makes too much noise. He talks more than he talks like he has won
Then he played.
everything. I mean, I think I heard him saying that usually in his second season he wins. I don't know if that quote is real. I saw it
No.
some.
Their title, sports title is North London rivalry. That's their title. If they can win the North London rivalry, they are okay. So they
So
don't need to win a
as far
trophy.
as they win St. Tottenham's day, they are fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mhm.
he said Richarlison. Remy says Richarlison played through the middle in the last game. Some played from the left and did well. Okay, all right, guys,
Yeah,
we really
fair
have
point.
to move on. This is
Yeah,
this question was in there. I don't want much discussion because we have
yeah.
to end
Sorry.
in the next 7 minutes. I'm trying to
Okay.
keep it under. I was supposed to try and keep it under far more time, but it was a good conversation, so we kept it going. But I know the video editor will kill me. Uh, so who will be the most impactful EPL transfer? Which player? Name, quick reason, no arguments, just your opinion. 30 seconds. So who wants to go first?
I'll go.
Hmm.
think
I'm speaking to player Savinho, Man City. I think we saw what he's done in the first two games. It's a plug and play. Man City is a team where you just have to not be a useless player. Come on the team, you do well. Don't be as useless as Grealish. So I'll tip my hat to Savinho. I think he's gonna be the player that's gonna be outstanding, even more than better than Doku to me. I think Doku give you that action, 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 not a lot of conversion or
No,
ending
no end
into goals.
product.
No end product. I think Savinho will be a bit different. So that's my guy.
Here's you have someone.
mm, I'll say Seville too because he reminds me of Rehad Mahrez. He plays exactly like Mahrez, so I think it's a good addition for City. Any other person that I think of, I'm not sure. No,
Yeah,
not a lot of
it's
good signing.
unanimous. It's
Yeah.
unanimous. Yeah, Savino reminds me of Maris too. He went to the best team for him. He went to the manager that was most ready for him, and the setup is just good for him. And most of the time, impact is usually who creates more goals, who gets more
Mhm.
points, and I think that's where he will do it. I can't think of any other
Me too. I can't think.
player
Maybe
or team that
maybe Calafiori. I don't know,
no,
but
but
he has this
defenders.
like yeah.
If Arsenal have a
Actually,
great if Arsenal have a great season defensively, it won't really be different because they had a great season
maybe.
defensively
Last season. Yeah,
last
yeah.
season. So
Mm.
it's very hard for
How about
defenders to
Neto?
shine, and you see it. Neto in Chelsea,
How about Neto in Chelsea?
yeah, that's one. I might say Zegzi because he came in and this guy is injured.
Okay.
He might also make a difference there, but will they be more impactful than
It
Saville?
Solanke might
Nah,
be
not
that
really.
striker, but pause.
Well, of course, he's injured
So,
now, so
yeah.
he got injured.
Yeah, but then will sports actually feed him to be that scorer? I don't know the way
Yeah,
they play.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
there's a lot of questions, but it's a good question to ask. That's the thing about football is we don't know, so we make these our educated guesses,
Yeah.
and then at the end of the season, we always usually tend to look like fools
Right.
because somebody
Like,
else.
oh, we didn't see that coming.
Like, I mean, come on. Would you have told me Cole Palmer would have been the most impactful transfer last season? Would you have said so?
No,
No, no,
no,
no.
no, no.
Exactly.
Nobody saw that coming at
Nobody saw
all.
that. Nobody even knew who
No.
this guy was.
Yeah, because Palmer
And
to us was just a little kid from the block, like an average City player who just comes in and like
yeah,
you
so
know.
we don't know. It might end up being one of the guys, one of the tens of millions of or sorry, the tens of players that Chelsea bought. Might also be one of the because Brighton bought quite a few players. Might be one of them. It might be Fulkrug at West Ham. There's so many
Yeah, it might be.
permutations to it. So we will know at the end of the season. We'll save this and we'll come back to it. And then we're gonna take the last topic now. Yemi says Gondogan for City plug and play. Plus, he's known to be a big game player. Suitable replacement to almost everyone in the midfield. That's fair enough. That's a guy. I'm wondering if Gondogan will get enough games though.
I was
I
going
don't
to
think
call
so,
his
man.
name. I
I
was going
think
to call his
age.
name,
I think
but
age will get there too.
yeah,
Yeah.
They might just save him for key games, some key games.
for
'Cause
League Cups and
yeah,
League Cups and
Champions League,
yeah,
because he's like
Carabao
you said,
Cup.
he's a big game player. He's a big game player. So we'll see. We'll see. But it's unanimous right now. We're all saying Savinho. I hope it's wrong though. I don't want City to do well. I don't want City to do well. that's a, that's my prayer. So with the final segment of the week, kudos and donkeys of the week. Does anybody kudos and donkey of the week? Does anybody have any donkey first? Let's start with donkey.
Manchester United.
Okay.
Manchester
That's
I
United.
do. I do. I have two donkeys.
mhm.
That Ipswich goalkeeper, I think the guy is very lost in that game.
Na City that he play against
Mostly,
to City. Oh.
yeah, the guy. I know, but the guy was just lost, man. And I don't know if it was Onana for the day or something, but something was wrong, man.
Come on, man.
You know,
Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
I'll give it to him. He's the donkey of the week for me.
Yeah. My kudos. I'll give it to Raya for that save. For that save, I'll give it to Raya. For that save.
Good option. Good.
Okay.
I'll agree with you on that one.
Yeah,
I gotta
because
give something to Arsenal
because
players. So.
you know what I said too last season. So many people thought he doesn't deserve the Golden Glove because Gabriel and Saliba was the one covering for him. But you see what he did today without both of them. So I give him the kudos.
Okay.
Sounds good.
For sure, you have any kudos?
It has to go to the Arsenal player. I would give it to Trossard. You know, Trossard is a super sub and changed the game. The game would have gone different for Arsenal. You know, come off the bench and he's shown that he deserved it to be a starter. You know, that's a discussion for another day. So I give it to Trossard.
No,
That's it.
I don't
God,
think. I don't think
God,
Trossard will
I
be a
hate
good starter
Arsenal
if you ask me.
fans. Kai,
Trossard will not be a good starter.
two of you
He's
gave
proving that.
Donkey. Go
For
ahead.
sure. Trossard don't prove say he not they start well, but he they finish well.
Yeah, it's a
So
good
for me,
player.
I
Yeah.
don't think it should be a starter.
Fair point. That's a fair point.
You both gave Donkey. This one gave Manchester United Donkey. This one gave Manchester United Donkey with style by mentioning a player, then calling Onana. Then you both give Arsenal players kudos. Like, no, that's he played this week.
No, a lot of things play this week, but I'm just telling you the truth. I don't have to lie if I don't need to, you know. So I just think Raya deserved it because this is the reason why I gave it to Raya because Arsenal is being picked on. If Arsenal had lost to Villa, old same Arsenal. So for me,
Fair
Raya
enough. Fair enough.
deserved it.
Nobody calls Arsenal same old Arsenal anymore. Not this time of the season,
Really?
except when they bottled the league. At this time, as a matter of fact, Arsenal going to the top of the league or hanging out at the top of the league is same old Arsenal. Big August that they light up in the league, that kind of thing. But that's a discussion for another day. My
Another
donkey
day.
of the week goes to football fans. Football fans that
Okay.
don't seem to understand the rules, understand what it means.
Okay.
There were a lot of people that were commenting about the goal Manchester Garnacho scored that was cancelled because of offside.
Outside.
They were, what kind of rule is that? It was especially on American, chat rooms that I saw it, like on Instagram when they were showing the replay of the goal and people were commenting, what kind of rule is that? The ball was going in anyway. I was like, man, like another guy posted somewhere that they should appeal to have the rules changed. I said, oh my god. In this century, we do not basically now if I play the ball and the kids bounces outside and it comes back in, this game should continue going now because nothing really happened. Like we shouldn't have what I'm trying to say. Rules are rules, and people should not be complaining about things that are so straightforward. It's black and white. It hurt me, don't get me wrong, but it happened. There's nothing anybody can do about it. There's nothing to complain about it. It was just
that's
bad
true,
luck.
man.
Yeah. So, but to start talking about rule changes, and then tomorrow when it now backfires against you, you're going to change another
when it
rule.
goes around,
Yeah, you're going to change another rule. So, forward, let's stop crying about it. That thing is just my kudos actually goes to a guy that really, really hot Manchester United yesterday, but deserves the credit. And I want to say his name correctly, Fabian Hosler, the Brighton coach, the 31-year-old guy who is younger
One too
than
much.
Born in
my
Texas, born in
yeah,
Houston,
born
Texas.
right here in Houston, Texas. That's right. Born right here in Houston, Texas. Man. So yeah, man, that's how we do it. Houston, Texas, yo.
You know,
Yeah, man. Like it's this guy is too young to be. When we're talking about this guy yesterday on the soccer pitch, somebody said, "Wait, he's noticed that a lot of guys is that instead of playing football, they're now becoming managers. They don't even want to have a career, like play the game. They just want to go and be managers." And this
Mm.
guy is younger than my junior brother's school son. That's how young he is. It's like he's so young that I don't even really have any friends his age. That's- he's a kid, 31 is not a kid, but especially in terms
yeah,
of a football manager, he's a baby. Wow. But
yeah.
he's doing very well so far. He's coming to the Premier League and gotten two big results 3-0 at West Ham, at Everton, sorry. Beat Man United with a very good goal in Fergie time. So I wish him the best, but not against Man United. But he's had a good week. That was my kudos for the week. I wanted to give him his props, guys.
Don't worry, Arsenal will put him in his place, but don't worry.
It has to always be about Arsenal, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But, thanks for coming on, guys. It's been a pleasure. Full
It's
show.
a pleasure having you
Yeah.
guys on, man.
Let me post spell your website again.
It's right
Let's.
there, footballnews.com, right on
So
my
it's
page.
F U
Football News.
B
Yes, football news. Let me
F
type
U
it in the
T
chat.
B. Wow. FUTBALL.com. Wow. This
Football
is.
news is
Yeah, I
good.
got it.
I, I,
I, I
I, I typed it on the chat. Yeah.
okay. Did I get it right?
Where did you type it on?
It's scrolling at the bottom of the screen.
On the comments.
Yeah, I think I
On the
did.
comments or where?
Yeah, no, right there. Okay.
Let me see. Oh yeah, you did. Yeah,
Yeah,
you did.
that's it.
That's it.
So,
That's it.
and then Ahiz is Ahiz TV, correct? EHIZ
Yeah, yeah,
TV.
his TV, yeah, IZ, then TV. But on Facebook, it's just Spotless, like Sport with the LE out. Because my his TV was hacked on Facebook.
Okay. So
So
it's
I just opened a new one, Spotless.
Sport
Spotless.
SPORT
Yeah.
Sportlet LEZ or LET.
LE and then Ox. LE
S.
then Ox.
S.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And this is correct
Yeah.
on
Spotless.
Facebook.
On Facebook.
Yeah, and on YouTube is Ahiz TV.
Yeah, his TV.
Okay, guys, I will be looking at it. For everyone else watching, yeah, for everyone else watching, thanks for watching. Thanks to the guys that made comments. It went a little bit over time, but this was fun conversation. This was a smooth conversation, and definitely we'll see you guys again soon.
For sure.
We are always happy to have your comments. We'll post the highlights of this show on Facebook and on Twitter and YouTube later in the week. So you can leave your
Okay.
comments. You can like, please definitely subscribe. It's Footy Fantasy, FOOTIE Fantasy, and Footy AD. That's A for Alpha, D for Delta. Footy AD Fantasy on Twitter. Until next week, where one of us will be hosting again, definitely at this time. And we'll be praying my team is not suffering at the hands of Liverpool next weekend. I'm
My
hopeful because
God.
all I have is hope now.
What
Um,
a game.
yeah. And oh God, please wipe off the smile of these boys' faces, please. This is all right,
it's gonna be a
guys.
long season, man.
It is gonna be a long season. Thank you for coming. Much appreciated. And
Thank you,
see you
guys.
Man,
next.
thanks for having me, man.
Okay, thanks. Thanks.
Yeah.
Fun show.
Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you, guys.
Thank you for the show. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thanks. Bye bye.
Bye.
All right, bye.